welcome back to the House of Drift as we move on to the round of 16. Our first battle would meet up Tyler McQuarrie against Falcon teammate Darren McNamara. Darren would lead as Tyler gave chase. As they initiate into the bank, trying to get as close to the wall as possible, Darren starts to pull away and flies into the infield, trying to escape Tyler's 350Z.
Yeah, it was good. It's always a shame to meet your teammates so early in the competition, you know. Tyler beat me in Vegas, and I really needed to beat him there for bragging rights back at the pit. But felt great. First run was just solid. Tried to hit all my marks. Second run, I tried to catch him as much as I could, and it worked out. It feels great.
Next, it was Rhys Millen against Mad Mike Woodette. Kiwi versus Kiwi. Red Bull versus Red Bull. Rhys Millen must have had wings when he led, as he flew way out in front of Woodette.
Yeah, no, the car really feels good. That was a great battle, and little disappointed that he pulled the handbrake as many times as he did. I think he was trying to force us into an error, but the Red Bull Hyundai Genesis Coupe prevailed. You know, it wasn't the way that I wanted to come through the finish line, banging the barriers, but it was the back of the car. All four wheels were still on course, and we're giving it all we can.
Then it would be JTP, Justin Pollock against Ryan Hampshire Turk.
You know, I followed the first run. Ryan kind of pulled me on the straightaway. I tried to gain a little bit of ground through the bank. He kind of bobbled on the exit of the bank. I think he actually made contact to the wall, so that maybe gave me a slight advantage. Came in pretty hot into the inner oval and kind of just stayed with him through the later half of the track, I think. I tried to just put a clean run down when I led, and the judges gave it to me, so I'm moving on.
The next battle would meet Tanner Foust against Hankook teammate Conrad Grunwald.
I knew he had a little bit of speed on Conrad with his heavier car, but he's also running the bigger Hankook, so he has a lot of grip. Anyway, got an advantage on the first one. The second one, chased him as close as I could. He had a mechanical advantage, or a mechanical problem. Not many people really knew about. His drive shaft was cracked and vibrating. So I was expecting his car to just explode at any second. He survived the run, did a half spin, didn't crash into him, moving on. Right now the door's open, Dye's out in the top 32. I need to move through and get close to winning the event in order to take over second. So there's going to be no prisoners on that round.
In the fifth battle of the top 16, Chris the Force Forsberg took on Michihiro Takatori. Chris was throwing all kinds of smoke and angle in all the right ways, leading against Michihiro. But it was in the second run while chasing that he fell apart, getting a little too close on the bank and straightening, then trying to catch up and spinning onto the infield. Then it was the battle of the FD rookies, James Dean against Ian Fournier. Fournier would get an easy win as Dean went into the wall.
Yeah, I've actually had a hard time this season not qualifying, so it's my first time actually qualifying in Formula D. Making it to a grade 8 is a huge accomplishment for our team and sponsors. I knew he was fast, and I've never driven with him, so I just kept the pressure on as hard as I could, and luckily he hit the wall, so it was a good run. I pushed him hard, and that's how it advanced.
In the seventh battle of the top 16, Matt Powers took on Matt Field.
Well, my first run I led and I just tried to be as fast as I could, but and then following him, I tried to give him a decent gap on the bank because I followed him yesterday. I knew I was a lot faster than him, and then yeah, I just tried to catch up really fast, and I saw him throw a lot of angle, and I kind of just threw it and was making if he would have pulled it, I would have probably lost because I don't know, but he spun out and that was it. So top 8, stoked, yeah.
Then it would be the 2010 Formula Drift champ, Vaughn Gittin Jr. going up against the dark horse, Frederick Ospo.
First run I went out there, drove as hard as I could, put it up on the wall, just flat wide open all the way through the transition. Puckered up a little bit on the inner bank and just drove it hard. Went following Ospo, coming up the bank I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see anything on the bank, couldn't see anything on the infield. I was literally driving blind with just muscle memory, and worked out.
Gittin saw his way through the smoke and moved on to the grade 8. join us next time as we continue the final fight here at the House of Drift in Irwindale, California. Until then, keep it sideways and on the track.